Hello everybody, I'm Chief Meteorologist Marina Jurica, joined here with Junior Paleontologist John, and we have a very exciting Science Live for you guys today. What are we doing, John?
We're discovering fossils.
We are discovering fossils, and we can learn so much about our history through fossils.
And guess what? Do you know it's still the movie of when dinosaurs exist?
Yes.
Yeah, when we did the dinosaur existed, then the movie is still on the volcano.
Yes, because we did the volcano last time.
And look.
All right, so we already started.
Fossil here and a fossil there.
So we got started a little bit just because last time it took so long.
Probably these are rocks.
To dig, but we don't know what the fossil is. It's probably a dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got another Discovery Kids fossil set. Wow, good job, John.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we saw another bit of it. So we've been slowly but surely digging away. So what does a paleontologist do, John?
Discover of dinosaur bones, you silly.
I'm so sorry. Yes, he does discover, or she, the dinosaur bones. And where do they dig? All over the place, right?
Yep, all over.
All over the place. So last time we did this with the rocks.
Guess what? Even all over your head.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So we discovered rocks and minerals last time with this excavation kit, and we decided to add a hammer just so that it would make it a little bit easier to dig. Let me get this, help you out here. Oh ho!
Oh, the face.
The face. What kind of a dinosaur do you think this is?
I think Stegosaurus.
Can you tell me a little bit about a Stegosaurus?
Stegosaurus has, this is a Stegosaurus.
Oh, that one's a Stegosaurus too. We got another one here. And tell me
There's
about
a little bit of chuck on it.
That's okay. So tell me a little bit about them. What makes them so special?
They have spikes and plates.
Yeah.
Do you know the plates change colors?
Really? Why do the plates change colors?
Because it makes how they're feeling.
They're feeling. So if they're mad, it's one color.
Yep. If they're mad, it's red. If they're happy, it's blue.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And what kind of spikes are on their tail?
Armored spikes.
Armored spikes. And what does that help them do here? You can see there's 4 of them. What does that help them do?
They defend other dinosaurs like T-Rex. Come, look over there.
So if there's a T-Rex that comes, what happens?
He swishes his tail like the Ankylosaurus, and then he goes away.
And then he goes away. So that's his defense
mechanism. And this is the T-Rex, the meat eater.
Yes, so he's the carnivore.
Yeah, he's the T-Rex. They call him a new dinosaur, and my mom just let us know that's a T-Rex, but it's remote control.
Yeah, and sometimes when paleontologists discover dinosaurs, they get to name them, right?
Yep.
So maybe one day we'll be able to find a Jonosaurus. What do you think? Do you need some help? So these kits are really cool. They come with the brush and then this stick, but last time I remember we couldn't really get to the rocks and minerals. Let's try another place. I think that might be maybe right where the dinosaur is. So let's try this place. But it didn't come with a hammer, and so we added a hammer because we thought that might expedite the process of getting down into it. And we're getting into it.
Well, these are just rocks, the kind of tan.
Yeah, and you can kind of see how we're just excavating around it.
And I thought these are bones. They broke. That broke.
So Stegosaurus is a pretty cool, is the Stegosaurus a meat eater too?
No.
No, what's a Stegosaurus?
A herbivore.
Oh, a herbivore. Can you tell me a little bit about herbivores? What do they eat?
Herbivores eat plants, not meat.
Okay.
Plant eaters like Parasaurolophus, Stegosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Stygimoloch, Diplodocus, and Montosaurus, and Ankylosaurus, and Stegosaurus are only eat leaves.
They only eat leaves. Wow.
And ferns.
And ferns.
Well, do you know a Diplodocus has a weapon?
What's the Diplodocus's weapon?
Its tail is the biggest one ever, and it could slap our dinosaurs
Wow.
with its long tail.
Wow, and that scares predators away? You know a lot about dinosaurs.
I do, because I'm a paleontologist.
Ah, well, there we go. And being a paleontologist, you have to be very patient, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you have to be...
Ow, yeah, you're hurt.
Okay. Wow. Look at that. Oh, I can see his bony plates.
Me too. And his spiky tail, actually his head and his spiky tail.
Wow, we are so close. Now, in the field, paleontologists have to be very careful, and they usually are on their bellies when they're excavating, and they're just trying to chip away really carefully because they don't want to break what?
Fossils.
They don't want to break the fossil. So
But some Columbian mammoth and woolly mammoth pieces broke.
they did, and that was right here in Madeira where they found those. They actually had a landfill, so they sent the paleontologists in first, but unfortunately some of the fossils already got broken, right?
Mm-hmm. Some of the fossils. Is that awesome?
There we go. It is. You were right. How did you know it was a Stegosaurus?
I just know.
All right, here, you want to brush away all of the stuff so we can show everybody?
Yeah.
You want to clean them up really good?
Yes.
Now, you've been to a lot of dinosaur museums. Which one's your favorite?
All of them?
All of them? Which ones do you like the most?
The,
Don't touch that,
Why do?
because then you can hear you when you're touching that, your mic. But which one was your favorite? Here, I'll fix that. You
No.
keep cleaning up. Clean them up.
Look what we found. A Stegosaurus fossil.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that was in this whole big mess, huh? So that's what we got. We got a Stegosaurus. And there's little tiny parts still left in him, so we got to clean that up. And usually what do we use to clean it up?
A brush.
A brush, that's right. And we clean up all the little parts out of there so he's nice and clean. So let's talk a little bit about how fossils are formed, shall we? Let's take our graphic right now and talk a little bit about how fossils are formed so folks at home can learn about it. Okay.
How do fossils form? A fossil takes a long time to form. Most fossils form in the following sequence of steps. After an organism dies,
Like a dinosaur.
scavengers and bacteria eat away the soft parts of dead animal or plant. Fine particles of
Sediment.
sediment, mud, sand, or dust cover the remains of this protects the bones and other hard parts from decaying anymore.
That's right.
See, that's a dinosaur that lived with the other dinosaur sea reptiles. See at the beginning, then at the bottom, fossil.
It becomes a fossil. That's right. So that's how a fossil is formed. And it does take a really long time, millions and millions of years. And here we're showing an ammonite and how when it died, it went down to the bottom of the sea. And then basically more and more sediment kept covering it and squeezing the shell. And then minerals such as quartz and limestone seep into that solution so that the original shell dissolves. And then after millions of years...
Do you want to read it?
I'm reading it right now.
No, A, B, C, and
Yes,
D.
and then C, after millions of years, the Earth's crust moves because what do we have on the Earth's crust? We have plates, and what do those plates do?
I'm talking like A, an ammonite dies and falls to
The bottom of the sea, where it is covered by sediments and protected from being eaten by other animals. The soft parts of its body decay, leaving just the shell. Then B, more and more sediment covers and squeezes the shell. The shell may remain or be replaced with minerals such as quartz or limestone that seep into the solution before the original shell dissolves. And then C, after millions of years, movement in the Earth's crust may thrust the layer of sedimentary rock which contains the fossil upwards to form part of the mountain range. And then D, weathering and erosion may eventually wear away some of the rock to expose part of the fossils. And then fossils are often found in road cuttings or or in quarries.
And guess what? Look at that beginning of the gray. The ammonite is alive.
That's right. The ammonite is still alive because it's a grayish blue color, and then it dies.
And then it dies, and then there's a little bit blue inside.
That's right.
So then it's like the R1B, then it's alive a little bit. Then D is it dies, but blue is still in there, like it's still alive.
So ammonites were part of the Paleozoic era, which was 570 million
And
years
look
ago.
at volcanoes. This is a volcano. Erupts with, and guess what? Meteors were bigger. Bigger than you.
They were pretty big. So then we went into the Mesozoic era, which is where the dinosaurs came in and the age of the reptiles. And then we had a mass extinction. And that's what you were talking about. There were volcanoes and meteors. We don't know exactly how dinosaurs became extinct, but there are many reasons that we think that it happened, right?
Yes, I know, and flooding.
And flooding. That could be another reason too. Then we went into 65 million years ago, which was the what?
Ice.
The Cenozoic era, the Ice Age. That's right, the Ice Age.
And then there's like a lot of them.
There's
Ice Age, the earth cools off. Saber-toothed cats, dire wolves.
Yes, the giant rhinos. What were the rhinoceroses called in the Ice Age?
The woolly rhinoceros.
That's right, and it had just one. It had one horn, right?
And it's a trice. It's in the. It is in the rhinoceros family.
It's in the rhinoceros family. There were also woolly mammoths.
Yep, and we're going to talk about those two giant animals, the woolly rhinoceros and the woolly mammoth. Let's talk about them.
Okay, let's talk about them.
So, a woolly mammoth had big tusks, bigger than an elephant's. Like, this one's a Colombian mammoth.
This is a Colombian mammoth. And Colombian mammoths were found a lot in California.
Yeah, and also 5 woolly mammoths are still alive, you know. They followed the northern lights.
They followed the northern lights, so they might still have some left somewhere way up in the snow.
Yes, and they're still in.
So talk to me about the woolly rhino.
Whoa. Hey, why do I? What?
There you are. See? Okay, so now the woolly rhino.
The woolly rhino has one horn. It ran fast and faster than a T-Rex.
Wow.
And it also can run faster than a velociraptor.
A velociraptor?
And they're faster than T-Rex.
Who was the main predator in the Ice Age?
Oh, you got this time. Saber-tooth, the free top predators. Saber-tooth cat 1, 2 is dire wolf, and 3 is coyote.
Wow. And so
But what about 4 short-faced bear?
Was the short-faced bear scary too?
Yep. He was chasing Nigel in Prehistoric Park, and he didn't save one from the brink of extinction.
Oh. So what happened in the dinosaur world? Who was the greatest predator there?
The dinosaur world?
In the dinosaur era?
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus?
Yep.
He was bigger than a T-Rex. A lot of people don't know that, right?
Yeah, because guess what? The T-Rex is big as 2 elephants.
Okay.
And the Spinosaurus is big as 3 elephants.
Wow, that's a big animal. I'm kind of glad they're not here anymore. So this is a pretty cool fossil behind me if you want to take it up to the full. I know. So sometimes fossils look like this, right? And then the paleontologists have to pull them out of the ground and put them together.
We found a fossil.
Yeah, we found a fossil too.
Stegosaurus. It's real. And look, this skeleton is a T-Rex.
It is. So do you think it's like a puzzle? So they got to put it together like a puzzle?
Yes, they did it as a puzzle.
And then they put it all together. And it's really cool because when they finally pick it all up, do we actually see the real dinosaur fossils in the museum? Sometimes, but sometimes we see casts and molds. So when the paleontologists are out in the field, they make a clay bed, which you can see here in the graphic, and then they're able to pour liquid rubber in there so that they're able to put the bone and the clay inside. And then basically it's covered with fiberglass. And then when the surface hardens, the fiberglass and rubber half mold is removed. So then you have the mold. And so then you're able to put the cast inside of there. So that way you have a cast of the actual bone. And we've got some ones right here to show you if you want to see. We've got a pretty cool collection here. We have an actual real fossil of an ammonite right here. You want to tell folks about that one, John?
Yeah, and also really right here.
That's right. We have 2 real ammonite fossils. So this is
also this is an Allosaurus claw.
That's right. This is an Allosaurus claw. So this is a real ammonite.
And this is a real ammonite. This is a real Allosaurus.
And then this is a cast of an ammonite. So you can see that they're pretty similar, but it is definitely a difference between what the real fossil looked like on the left and then what the cast of the ammonite looked like on the right. And it made casts to protect it, right, John? To protect the fossils. And then this is a cast of the Allosaurus claw, right, John? Was an Allosaurus predator?
Yes.
How would you know that this came from a carnivore's body? This right here.
Because it has sharp claws.
That's right. It has sharp claws, and that's huge. This is basically like one of our fingers. So let's put one of our fingers up and see the difference. Look, that's pretty crazy. Look how big it is compared to my finger.
Wow.
You put your finger up. Let's see how big it is compared to your finger.
Okay, first I have to.
You're putting a puzzle together?
Yep.
Okay, see, and that's what paleontologists do.
I keep messing it up.
Oh, that's okay.
Mama.
All right, let's put your finger up so we can see.
Can you do the puzzle?
Yes, I will. Put your finger up so folks can see how big this is.
Okay.
See? So that's how we know that it is a big dinosaur, that's for sure.
This is all the pieces.
Okay, and we can definitely put it together. Now let's talk about where folks can see some of these fossils, because there's so many cool places. There's one that's right here really close by, and these are actually paleontologists behind me that are at the dig site right now because it's still an active dig site. Where is this? You want to have your birthday party there?
The Fossil Discovery Center.
The Fossil Discovery Center, and that's in Madeira.
Mom, guess what? Guess what? Last time ago, I saw footprints.
You saw footprints at the Fossil Discovery Center?
It led to a face.
It led to a face.
This is what is.
What was the face?
This is a claw.
A
that
claw.
Somebody did like.
Oh yeah, it almost looks like the ribs of the Stegosaurus. So in the Fossil Discovery Center.
It is actually the ribs. And guess what? I have to put it out in the puzzle.
Okay.
Mama, we have to build the puzzle to show them.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the Fossil Discovery Center. What was your favorite part there? The dig site?
Yes. All of them.
All of them at the dig site. So the Madeira Fossil Discovery Center is really close by, and you're able to dig there, and you're able to do some really cool things. And they teach you about all the cool Ice Age animals that they found.
You could see frogs.
You could see frogs. That's right. They do have frogs there.
And that doesn't care about Ice Age.
And this is one of the coolest places. And we've been here just recently. We went here to the La Brea Tar Pits. So tell me a little bit about this picture, John.
The paleontologist was finding dinosaur bones.
In the tar.
In the tar.
In the tar.
You know what's tar?
What's tar?
Tar is something that was so stuck. It was so hot that if you thought that was a water, that means you will be wrong. But if you gone into there, you'll get stuck.
Yeah, I know. And then what happens? Then they eventually decay, and then their bones of those animals basically stayed in the tar pits and were so well preserved that they have dire wolves and saber-toothed cats, and they've got camels and horses and bears and wolves, Colombian mammoths.
Saber-toothed cats. Actually, the short-faced bear.
And the short-faced bear, yes.
Mama, let's talk about the biggest animals that ever walked the planet.
Okay, well, we're going to have to wrap it up here really, really soon. So basically, let's talk about the biggest animals really quick. and then we'll have to say goodbye
Okay.
for today.
And we're actually talking about Ice Age animals.
Ice Age animals.
And Mom, we have to show them the puzzle.
Oh, that's right. Once we get this all together, then we'll be able to show them again, because I know how much you love putting puzzles back together again.
Please,
But let me talk to them a little bit about the Discovery Kids kit. So this, once again, was another Discovery Kids kit, and it was a dinosaur dig kit. And we really enjoy doing these, and you're able to pretty much get these anywhere.
Mama. Guess what? And now, let my mama finish the puzzle.
Okay, so while we finish the puzzle, we're going to be talking about where you're able to get these kits, and there's really cool.
So guess what, Mama?
Yes.
How about you make the puzzle and I talk to them?
Okay,
So,
all right. So,
animals lived 65 million years.
was that the Ice Age, 65 million years ago?
No,
No?
dinosaurs.
Oh, dinosaurs, okay.
Real dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yes.
They lived 65 million years ago. Then they died. They died 65 million years ago.
They did, and then the Ice Age came, and we were able to find really cool fossils of
And
all
guess
these
what?
really cool things.
Then they died in the tar.
The tar pits, yeah. And so La Brea tar
And
pits.
then paleontologists like me, let me show you. That's how we got fossils out.
Yes, how did you get fossils out?
Okay, so this is a rock, and I see a fossil. Then I put a nail in, then my hammer. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Then
Help
my
you.
friend helps me, and then it cracked, and then we see a little bit of the fossil.
Yeah, I
then
know.
So then we keep digging
You keep digging until you find the fossil and clean it out. That's right.
until what do we find? A little teeth.
A little tooth. So tell folks a little bit about what we're going to do next week. What are we going to do next week?
We're gonna grow crystals.
We're going to grow crystals, which is going to be super fun. So I hope that you're going to be able to join us next week when we grow crystals, and I hope you learned a lot about fossils and how they form, and that junior paleontologist John was able to teach you a little bit about what he loves the most, and that is dinosaurs. But next, we're growing crystals, so I hope you enjoyed our Science Live segment here on this Thursday. Say goodbye to everyone, John.
Bye.
Should we sing our song?
Mama.
We dig, 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 that's like we like to do. We dig, 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 dinos all day through. All right, bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.